So today's project is improving the fence. So we added a little bit of electric fence like this. There's no cyclone, just 5 wires of electric fence, and we connected them to just a wood, and we use a type of wood here. It's called madre cacao. You can just cut it like this, you plant it, you put it in the soil, and when the soil is wet and it's not too hot in the following days, there's a good chance that it will just grow, and then it becomes a tree, just like that. And we start separating the land into different sections so that we can make a rotational grazing. And yeah, we're going to continue with that. And some of the wood that we put in the ground, like this one, it died, so we have to replace that. And yeah, most of them are just growing, just like that. You see, we put this a few weeks ago in the ground, and then it just started growing. And it was raining the last days, so it's the right time to do that. So right now we're going to cut some of the branches. Some of you might have seen the videos from last year where I planted the madre cacaos outside the fence here. You see, I put just a small branch like this. It's one of them. That is one of them that don't survive. But then the other one who survived, they are like this, all of them here. So as you can see, they grow like this in less than 1 year. So it's a very effective way on building a fence, or also to just get the food of the goats, because that is also a very good food of the goats. It's very nutritious. So I cut a couple of branches, maybe like 10 or 15 pieces, and I feed it to the goats first so that they can eat the leaves, because that is one of the favorite foods. So I cut them a bit shorter, like I trim the top and I sharpen them down here so that we can put them easily in the ground, and I separate them. These are a bit thicker. I can use them to connect the fence, they are strong enough. And the thin ones I will just use it to, I will just plant it, and then it can grow as a tree, and we can connect the fence later on, like next year when it's stronger, or we just use it to harvest the goat food. So we are now at the end of the fence, and the goats, they always still escape here. I put the fence down here, there's like a little wall, but the goats can still go up there. So I will change the fence a little bit. I will put some trees inside of here and continue the fence until the border, which is just over there. The poles are now inside of the soil all along until to the border, that's over there. And then I install the screws, isolating screws, and then the electric wire is just connected like this. All of the wires are now installed, and I already measured the voltage, which is about 6000 volts. So this whole area is now properly fenced. It's a couple of days later now. We waited until there's more rain so that the conditions are perfect to plant the wood. Then we get some more branches. So that's totally a lot. That should be enough. And then we have our fencing wire and also the screws. I'm now done with the fence until the border of our land. And some of the branches are too small, just like that one, but I don't throw them away. I will just plant them next to the fence, because some of them would just die, some of the big ones, and then some of the small ones would survive, and we can just replace them and connect the fence to the small ones. And then we have the power box, which will create the voltage. It's connected to the battery, 12-volt battery of our solar. You can also connect it just to the regular voltage of 230 volts, but we connect it directly to the battery so that it has a voltage all of the time. So on the right side is the input voltage, that's about 12 volts, 13 volts. And then on the left side is the output voltage, that is like 1000 times higher, so it's like 13,000 volts. And then the fans get connected. There's two wires. Left is the grounding wire, and then on the right is the wire that has the actual voltage of the 12,000 volts. And then the two cables are connected to the fence here. There are actually two types to connect the electric fans. You can put one grounding rod in the soil, and then the other wire is connected to all of the electric fence wires, and then when the goats touch the ground and one of the lines, they will get shocked. But the problem on this method is if the fence is very long or the soil is very dry, it's not a good conductor, and then the voltage would drop with the length of the fence. So what I did instead, I connected the 12,000 volt, which is this one, only to every second line of the electric fence, and then the grounding wire, I connected it to the other half of the electric fence, like that, and then it's also connected to the ground. And then when the animals touch the ground, and then at the same time either this or this line of the electric fence, they will get shocked, or they touch either the ground wire and then a 12,000 volt wire, they will also get shocked. The advantage of this is that the grounding wires are running all around the fence, so the voltage would not drop, because when the soil is very dry, the soil is not a good conductor, and then the voltage would drop very much. And then when it's very dry or a lot of plants touching the fence, it's not strong anymore, and the voltage would drop from 12,000 volts to only like 2,000, and then it's not really shocking anymore. So let's test the voltage. We have a tester here that goes from 2000 volts to 12,000 volts. One side we put it in the ground, and then the other one we put it on the electric wire, and then we should see it. Yeah, 12,000 volts, that's very good. And then also when they just touch the ground wire, let's test that, and then also 12,000. Yes, also 12,000. So again, we put one side on the ground, on the grounding wire, and then the next one we put it on the camera. It's not visible all the time. Yeah, but I can see it. It's 12,000 volts also. So that's a very good connectivity. So we have now another area fenced effectively. There are still some stupid goats on this area. I have to move them over tomorrow. But yeah, maybe later on we will put one or two more electric fans to separate it even more. But for now that's just fine. So this area over there, we let the grass grow. and then the goats stay on this area, and then on the area over there it's fenced also, and then the grass can just grow, and when it's big enough we can transfer them to the other area. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe or write a comment, and then I see you in the next video.